All right, round 3, we have the choice. We'll play first. This hand's okay. It's not great. It's not worth mulling. Because it's actually, for an 18 land deck, it's a reasonable distribution of lands and spells. We have both colors. Granted, the 7-drop's pretty awkward, but... I mean, we've got early plays in this deck. It's not like there's a lack of 2 and 3 drops. Like that one. Okay. Ooh, that was like a perfect draw. All right. Well, missed the land draw, so guess we'll just cast this and pass. All right. So missing land draws again, which is frustrating, but nothing to be done about it. Looks like our opponent's missing his land draws too, so I guess that's nice. And he's not attacking with the updraft elemental. I guess he doesn't want to trade damage. Let's just play student here and pass. Gives us some life gain off of 3 cards in our hand at some point during this game. Guess next turn I can kill his morph. But if he leaves all his mana up, I don't think I'm doing that. Yeah, we're not going to do it. Too dangerous, but we can do this thing. Not that it can get in on our opponent, but it will eventually be able to with like Tread Upon or something. Alright, Cloud Form's pretty good. Two mana up. I may just want to swing with Kieran. And Tread Upon if he blocks. Which I think is fine. Although he can double block too. And I can't kill both. Well, I don't like that. Let's just pass. Oh, he wouldn't be able to kill it though. No, that was dumb. I just wouldn't be able to kill both his guys, but still would have been a really reasonable trade. think I'd tread upon. If he has the answer, it's a bit of a problem, but I got some life gain out of it. I'm pretty busy with future plays anyway. Alright, it's a big bummer, especially since I'm going to for sure miss my land drop now. And I basically just use the tread upon for nothing. But it's not the end of the world. It just sucks. Alright, Scholar's pretty good. Missed the land draw, which is a bummer. But I guess I can kill his morph. Maybe that's the best idea. And just in case he's got like a coat with venom, I'll do it with the Sandstep Outcast. But I think getting rid of a morph at this point is kind of smart. Alright, he did have the coat with venom, so basically I trade a Sandstep Outcast, which is half of my Sandstep Outcast in an epic confrontation, and I gain 2 life, and he doesn't lose his morph. It's not the end of the world. It's really not that awful. I'd almost rather him do that and take care of my Outcast with a coat with venom than do it with his Cloud form, so not the absolute worst thing that could have happened. If he attacks with the flyer, not exactly sure if I want to block. Because if I get a land, I can play Scavenger and then I can block it. So I think I'm actually just going to take it. Alright, so we're just going to slam a Scavenger here. Buff our Spirit. Then we can actually bash in with our Kieran and our Spirit. Oh, so he happened to manifest the Sign of Ugin, so that's horrific. So we lose just so much value, it's hurting my soul, but I guess at least he didn't block the Kieran with his Updraft Elemental. Alright, it's pretty horrific too for us. We're going to lose our Kieran. He's going to draw cards, so we're in pretty horrific shape here. Still can't rip a second green mana, but land still helps. So I guess we go Dragon, Morph, leave up Sandblast for Sign of Ugin. Guess we go to blocker step or whatever. Yeah, at least I guess we gain a little life even if he's got a counter spell. Alright, so we're green mana away from Foe Razor Regent, which at this point just kills a Lotus Patch in, I think. That's a bummer. It is a bummer. Not much else to say about it. Let me think about this. I think we just leave up Enduring Victory, yeah, for Lotus Path Gen. And if he draws the 7th land for the Morph, maybe we do it to that instead. Yeah, I think we block Morph here. I mean, I'm going to take 5. I think I have to Enduring Victory the Morph. So kill that. Bolster one of our dudes. I lost my Student of Ojutai there for a second. I was like, what happened to him? Alright, did get the land, so we can actually play the Regent here while he's tapped out. I think this is the best, because this gives us a blocker. It also lets us kill his Lotus Path Gen. Makes him use some removal. Even if he does have removal, we're going to have Dragon access now, which is better. So we'll eat his Gen. Okay. 4 mana left up. And Drowner Digging. All right, now this is a pretty sick opportunity to get in with our Regent and one of our Shieldhide Dragons. So, and we're going to take it. Since he's tapped out. If he didn't tap out, I would have been much more timid about getting in with the Shieldhide Dragon. Just because if he had like a Whiskaway after I pay 7 mana, it's pretty brutal. But guaranteed 5-point life gain, so 10-point life swing there. Plus, it's just going to be a bunch of damage, basically. And we have another Shieldhide Dragon just sort of sitting there, ready to go. So I think this is definitely correct. We got to do it now because he's got the Typhoid Rats. All right, chump blocks. We get some life gain. Next turn, we've got another Shield Hide Dragon, so he has to come up with some pretty rapid solutions to both our dragons, as well as this Shield Hide Dragon. Okay, Foul Tongue Invocation, so we'll just get rid of our student. Doesn't look like he's got any dragons either, so it's not a huge deal. All right. So I'm up to 9 mana. Not enough to do everything I want, but still pretty sick here. All right, concession. So couldn't handle the double Shield Hide Dragon, which is nice. He had a Palace Familiar under his Cloud form. His deck is pretty good. I mean, he saw 10 more cards than we did, which is insane. Well, that's not necessarily true. He milled 4 of them away, but he still saw a ton more cards than we did. He's just looks like a pretty standard blue-black exploit deck. Pinion Feasts are coming in, definitely. And I think we do want the Surge, too. I'm trying to think of... Yeah, he's got enough black creatures where that's fine. We'll cut the Tread Upon for sure. We'll cut... we can cut some creatures pretty easily. I think Scavenger's probably on the lower end of value. And maybe the Sky Captain, too. Everything else seems very good. Maybe Territorial Rock can block Cloud Form, which I like. Doesn't block Lotus Patch in very well, but it also blocks Palace Familiar. So I'm going to leave the Rock in. Well, maybe Sky Captain's more expensive, but... I mean, if he's blue-black, he's presumably not aggressive. I mean, I can't Pinion Feast a Cloud for him anyway, but he's got, like, Updraft Elemental. He's got enough flyers for sure where Pinion Feast is going to be good. So it's really a Sky Captain versus Rock. I think I'm going to cut the Sky Captain. I want to keep my early game kind of substantial. Especially since I brought in a couple 5-drops. Yeah, I think this is right. This hand's actually pretty good. I mean, the nice thing is Outcast is good against his early Death Touchers. All right, he's coming out of the gates fast, but I think our Outcast should really help this quick start he's got. I mean, he's coming out of the gates fast, but we're not, like, hugely behind once we get this Outcast down. Yeah, this is actually Seems fine. He's got 3 cards left now. This Sandstep Outcast is just gonna do everything for us here. Possibly even force him to use removal. Yeah, like I'm not concerned about that. He's just got a bunch of 1-drops now, so I think we're actually in pretty good shape here. Sandblast is a fine draw as well. Let's get the idol down. And go back into chill out mode. Also willing to trade a Shambling Goblin for one of my tokens since I can just block with the idol. Yeah, this is actually fine. I'll make this trade here. He can take out our spirit so he can get in with his familiar. I'm okay with that. It's still a 1 for half a card as far as I'm concerned. So it's really not even that big of a deal. All right, Enduring Victory is fine. I can play the dragon. I think we're going to end up hard casting the dragon because our Dragonloft idol is just going to get significantly better. All right, pretty easy trade. So we left up like left up Whisk Away. I think I'd just swing with Idol. Well, I can play Dragon, swing with Idol, and maybe he whisks away. How bad is that? It's not that bad. Let's do it. Like I said, if he has Whisk Away, it's actually not the worst. He's going to have to find a solution anyway. All right, well, it's still a dragon, so not that bad. And I can still block his pal familiar too, which is nice. All right. Take our 3. I think we actually Pinion Feast the pal's familiar here. This pumps my Shieldhide Dragon, which is actually kind of nice. Lets me get in for even more substantial damage. Plus life gain. I could Epic Confrontation, but I'm not going to. I mean, this is a race we're currently winning. Just a grip full of removal, which is nice. All right, so DC with the Youthful Scholar is pretty good. He's going to be able to dig something up here. Maybe I should. Well, even if I had Epic Confrontation, the Youthful Scholar, he still would have been able to exploit the Typhoid Rats, so it's not even that. It's really not significant either way. I'm just going to leave up Enduring Victory to take care of Sidisi now. he at this point he just probably he did it in the wrong order too. You actually want to draw first to see what you need. So we have Enduring Victory for Sidisi now too, which is nice. Can't stop that. Defeat was the card he looked for? Or maybe he just looked for something better. Okay. A lot of lands, unfortunately, but got a lot of dragons left. All right. Bowmasters is good here, so cast that. I want to play around Coat with Venom. I just have a feeling like he's got it. So, oh, well, this might work out pretty good for us, depending on what he goes for. He did target our morph, so it's actually kind of nice. Let him draw there, and then we'll unmorph. So he doesn't actually kill our guy. He probably assumed it was another dragon, but that's kind of nice for us, actually. Hmm. It's interesting. All right, so we take 6. I think what we can do is... Let me think. I can... I think there's a pretty good chance he's got Coat with Venom. But I can Dragonloft... Okay, I mean... I think we probably go for the win here. So I can fight Butcher, swing with both, Enduring Victory for bolster win. I think we go for that. All right, he didn't have it, which is pretty sweet. All right. Got the victory. Went 2-1 overall. So, yeah, round one was pretty frustrating for me. That morph mistake, and then I went to the adepts and asked about it, and they did in fact swap the cast face down and cast, which apparently is just a real struggle for me. So I've just been getting wrecked by that in the last couple drafts. But I like this deck a lot. This was a sweet deck. I mean, ton of dragons. Shieldhead Dragon's amazing. And Surge of Righteousness was a great sideboard option. I always loved the Bowmaster. We actually ended up morphing it. I think we didn't actually end up hardcasting it once this whole draft, which is amazing since I said, I play it as a 4-mana 3/4 reach. We ended up morphing it all the time. But overall, yeah, I mean, it was a good deck, and it played pretty well. So, all right, we'll see for the next draft.